If you've recently moved to Affinity and started using it for graphic design, photo editing, logo design, or brand identity, then in this video, I'm going to show you some tips that you might not know that will make your life a lot easier. First thing I want to show you is the Studio Manager over here. If you don't know, studios are ways of changing the tools and the whole kind of software of Affinity to be for a specific purpose. Like for layout, this is for creating PDFs and whatnot. For pixels, this is for photo manipulation. If you want to edit some photographs like you would in other apps. In Vector, it's your Vector app for designing logos or doing any sort of vector illustration. If you go to this drop-down menu on the right, you'll see a bunch more, like for instance, color grading. When I open up, it'll give me all of my sliders that you're used to seeing in photo editing apps, like your exposure, your hue, and it will just work. But the most powerful thing about Studios is the ability to create your very own. And you can see here on the right, I've got Will's Studio. Now this is essentially a duplicate of the Vector Studio. All you need to do is go to Create Studio and title it. Let's call this Test Studio. You can give it a name and you can add an icon if you want that's custom, or you can just do your own, very own, like so. Let's make this red. And we're gonna go and copy it from one of the other studios, like Vector. And I'm going to press create. And when we press create, it will pop up to the right here. Now, the great thing about this is that we can go into any of the bars like so, get rid of anything that we don't want, like any of these. And we can find a tool by either searching it up here. So we can try the layout or the data merge tab here. We can put the picture frame ellipse tool here, table tool here. And we can start to build our whole new app. Like even customizing the toolbar here, so we can add, I don't know, an auto white balance button up here, or create normals map. We can even bring out windows like layers, quick effects, get rid of them if we want. We can even go to like window, go down to general and bring in that quick adjustments layer here and have it just in our document wherever. The idea of the studios is that you can make your very own for your own workflow, so you don't even have to go in and out of different studios. You can just stay on your very own and work in there and add things that you want. And if you don't like your studio, you can turn it off and delete that studio as well, and it will just revert you back to where you were. Now, one feature that's probably confusing a lot of you when you move into Affinity is when you press V, for instance, the hotkey, that will bring you the move tool if you're in the Vector Studio. Now then if I press P, it will take me to the pen tool. If I press V again, it will take me back to the move tool, but if I keep pressing it, it will cycle between the pen tool and the selection tool. And this is actually a really good feature because let's say I want to change the color of this Enter Shikari logo that I worked on. There's a video coming out about that soon. I can press the I tool here and I can change the color. And then I can go back to just the selection tool. And if I don't like that color or there's something up with it, I can just press V again. I don't have to find the hotkey. I can just press V again and it will take me to the selection tool. Don't like it, I can give it a move if I want to. Some of you might be having troubles when selecting objects, like any of these vectors. It feels like every time I try and select it with the selection tool, I have to encapsulate the whole object for it to select. Well, here's an easy fix. It's in the tools. Press Command and comma, and in the settings, just type in marquee, like so, or go to tools. There's a little button here with a drop-down box that says marquee selection behavior. Just go ahead and press touch. And when you select touch, anytime your marquee touches an object or a group or a vector or whatever, it will highlight it for you and select it just like normal. Another thing that's confusing a lot of new users is when you create a shape like a square and you go and press the node tool, anchor points don't show up. This is because it's a live shape. And that means that you can do some crazy things with it in Affinity and it's still a live shape. You can change the chord around us and everything else. You can go crazy. But let's say you want this to be an editable shape to edit the nodes. Well, the way to take this live shape and make it editable with the node tool is to select it and press Command and Enter. And when you do that, it will take that live shape and make it editable. You can see here, when I do it, it gets rid of those bars and gives us these anchor points or these nodes. Another great feature I love about Affinity is when I'm playing with a shape or anything and I want to edit the curve of this top part. All you do is with the node tool is highlight it, click and drag, and it will create a curve for you based on things like this. That looks weird because we've got these points, but if I wanted to, I could just double click this node, double click this node, and double click this node to revert it back. If I want to add an anchor point, I simply just click. If I don't, and I just want to create a curve, I can just click and drag, and it will create that curve for me all the way around to create a shape like this. And if I wanted to do the corner rounding, I can just press C. C is the corner rounding, and it's different in Affinity because you select the anchor points like so, and then you'll see these circles that pop up. If you want to bake this in, you do the same thing that we did before with the live shape. We press Command and Enter, and it will bake that in. Artboards in Affinity is really powerful as well. You can just take an artboard and press Command and drag up, and you can duplicate that whole artboard. But if you don't want to do that, you can go to the artboard tool here, and you'll get these little boxes that appear next to the artboards. Just click that, and it will duplicate the artboard, but not the color or any sort of object on it, so you can iterate faster. If you enjoyed these quick tips, then press that subscribe button down below. It would mean the world to me. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.